Wow. What is up, guys? Team Rival here. Nintendo conference just ended. And as you can see, they fucking killed it. Nintendo just took Sony, took Microsoft, mashed them into a little ball like in Space Jam when Michael Jordan gets dunked. Mashed them into a little ball, slam dunked him through the hoop. Dwayne Wade. Oh my god. This, I don't know. I just don't know what to say. You never expected Nintendo to reach this point, especially after being so casual, family friendly over a while. They actually listened to the consumer and brought hardcore games to the system. Wow. Nintendo, little golf clap. I think that's well deserved. Not that I'm a fanboy, like I've said, and some asshole guy made a video saying I was a PS3 fanboy. If you know anything about me, you know I'm not a fanboy of anything, but, well, whatever. Who cares about those faggots? Alright, so they started off going with the Nintendo, Zelda, because it's Zelda's 25th anniversary this year, so they rolled out, they had an orchestra playing the Zelda music, it was beautiful, Miyamoto came out, they showed a new trailer off for Skyward Sword, game is looking beast, it doesn't look like it's your typical, Ganon fare, you know what I'm saying, where it's just Ganondorf all the time. But I'm sure Ganondorf will be involved somehow, It wouldn't be Zelda if there was no Ganondorf. He's been involved in practically every single game since. But then they started talking about, Zelda, yada yada yada. Link's Awakening is available today on the console, the virtual console on 3DS, which is awesome. I love when, you go to E3 and something's available that day, instantly. They've been preparing for it. Hats off to them, and I think Microsoft and Sony did something like that, to that effect as well. So hats off to them as well. But another cool thing they did, they're offering a free downloadable, I think later on this year, I think in October or something like that, free downloadable Legend of Zelda 4 Swords, available on the DSi and the 3DS. That's 25th, anniversary birthday present. I think it's an all-new thing. So that's awesome that, they're not making you pay for that. It's kind of like a thank you for supporting them over the years. So again, nice little golf clap for Nintendo for doing that. Free is always a great incentive. Along with they're offering Excitebike 3D available on the 3DS as 3D-ware or whatever the hell you want to call it. But Skyward Sword is available this holiday. Hopefully, Nintendo. You can never trust them on the release date. Say one thing and do the other. But hopefully available this holiday. I don't see why it wouldn't be. It's been in production long enough as to where holiday release would make sense. So let's see about that. Now, for the official celebration of the 25th anniversary of Zelda, they're doing a concert series all across different regions in the world. And that's probably the coolest thing they could have done, I think, instead of just releasing a gaming compilation like they did with Mario that was very lackluster, half-assed, Super Mario All-Stars. Don't really care about that. But if the concerts come around New York, which they will, I would assume, and it's not fucking a pain in the ass expensive, I will definitely go and enjoy it. A fully orchestrated Legend of Zelda concert, what, fan could ask for more. And then they're also releasing soundtracks, like the Ocarina of Time, the 3D remake. They're offering that soundtrack for free if you register the game, one of the first people to register the game on Club Nintendo. And they're also doing one for the orchestrated event. I don't know how that's being distributed, but whatever. Cool stuff. A really good way to start off the conference by talking about one of your strongest franchises, Zelda, of course. And they didn't really show you too much in terms of new stuff, but at the same time, they gave you things to be excited about if you're a Zelda fan. 4 Swords Adventures. I love 4 Swords on GameCube, and I played it, with my brothers with the link cables and the Game Boy Advances. Good times, so I'm looking forward to that. Especially wireless now. And then they started talking about the 3DS, and Iwata came out, and he was talking, about how everything is connected and yada yada yada, all that good and fancy talk. But then they showed us the games. And first they started with the new Mario Kart, and it is looking fucking awesome. Apparently, you can customize your karts now, not just, select a different kart. You can actually customize how your kart looks and all of that. And there's underwater driving now, submarines or something like that. And I think there's even flying vehicles. I'm not too sure about that, but I know there's definitely underwater at the very least. really looking forward to that. Mario Kart, you know, who doesn't like Mario Kart? Mario Kart is a staple of like the kart, you know, kart racing games. You know, if you're gonna play a kart racing game, you're gonna play Mario Kart. Like, why the hell wouldn't you? There's, you know, one for everyone, I think. And then they talked about the new Star Fox. I'm a big Star Fox fan. I can't let you do that, Star Fox. But they didn't really talk about anything new. That you have gyroscopic controls with it, which means like instead of, you know, moving your ship with the analog stick or the D-pad, now you can just move the system and it'll move accordingly. That works out very well, I think, especially for Star Fox, because it kind of, yeah, it just works. You know what I'm saying? If you know anything about Star Fox, it's a good idea. It works. And when you play online, there's online play now. The 3DS camera and the voice, the microphone, records like everything you're doing. So like you'll see, if you're shooting someone and you shoot them, you'll see their face, you know, in utter disgust because they just died because they suck at Star Fox, and I'm a beast at Star Fox. But that's a cool feature, I think, too. And, you know, not a lot of people do that, where you kind of see people's reactions and how they look and everything. And there'll probably be a lot of ugly people on there, I'd imagine, but whatever, it is what it is. It's video games. Then they showed off the new Super Mario for 3DS. And the oven's ready, but I don't know if you heard that. Whatever. They showed off the new Mario, and it looks pretty awesome. I don't know exactly all the details of it. They kind of just showed off a gameplay trailer of like the different world and stuff. Looks like it could be challenging, but I don't think... The problem with trying to make a Mario game challenging is you kind of border along the challenging and the cheap side. And, I mean, I'm good enough at a platformer as to where I won't, you know, die too much, if at all. And, I mean, it looks like it'll be fun, though, because you have the raccoon, the Tanuki suit is coming back, and a whole bunch of other stuff. It just looks great, you know. Super Mario, once you have a Super Mario game on a system, you know it's going to be of a certain level of quality. So, third time for a golf clap from Nintendo. And then they talked more about Kid Icarus. They showed off, you know, a more definite trailer of like what's going on with the story and everything. Showed off some new characters. Looks pretty cool. There's multiplayer in the game now, and now you're able to have battles with like they're bringing out those augmented reality cards, the AR cards, and you can have battles with those as well. So that's coming out pretty soon. I think it's coming out over the summer at some time or another. But you know, that's a really strong way for Kid Icarus to come back and then kind of swoop down from the heavens to come back into, you know, being relevant again. So, and then, the coolest, I think, game they showed, and no one was really expecting this, Luigi's Mansion 2. It looks like Luigi's Mansion. Apparently you're not just in one mansion anymore, you can go to a whole bunch of different mansions and all that good stuff. And that's really fucking cool, I think. Luigi's Mansion was the first game I ever got for GameCube when I was young, like 13-year-old or 12-year-old. And so that was just, that's a very nostalgic game for me. I mean, it's not a hard game. It's kind of a corny game. Why the hell is he scared of those ghosts? Those ghosts look like freaking kitty ghosts that you just eat, like Casper or something. But, you know, that's not the point of the game. It's an enjoyable series, I think. And looking forward to it on the 3DS. So that was like the end of like the Nintendo 3DS like amount of what they had to offer big coming up. They also talked about, they showed like a little trailer for like all the games that are coming out. Fucking Tekken 3D. I'm looking forward to that Tekken, baby. Give me that tech. Tetris, you know, Metal Gear Solid is coming out, Ace Combat, and a few other games, but I'm really looking forward to that Metal Gear Solid and that Tekken, baby. I can't wait. You know, it's cool that they're bringing more hardcore games over to 3DS, and I think this is just the beginning, honestly. And so, then they talked about, there's a new app, it's like a 3D Pokédex, and I mean, that's really cool, but I feel like it's more set for like little kids. Like, I don't really need a 3D Pokédex. You can like put them out on the augmented reality cards, and you could like save the picture and show it to your friends. But like, am I actually going to do that? I'm 21 years old. I mean, it's free. It's complimentary, so you can't really complain about free, can you? But, yeah, 3D Pokédex, that's just kind of a ho-hum thing, just a cool little feature. Then, they talked about their new system. Holy shit, the new system. They are fucking killing it. It's called the Wii U. Yeah, Stupid name, I know, but we'll get used to it. It kind of makes sense, you know, we play and you play now too. And it's a little tablet controller now. And it's just got a shit ton of things that you can do. Holy shit, it's got a touchscreen, it's got dual analogs, it's got just a microphone, a camera. You can take what you're playing on the TV, like let's say Dad comes in, get off the TV, I want to watch Home Improvement or something like that. And so you could take that picture on the screen and the game and play it on the little tablet controller. So I don't know if that you can bring that like on the go away from the system, but hey, at least you have a fucking, you know, way to play the games without, you know, everyone else could be watching a movie. You could be enjoying the latest Wii game. I could be sitting in my bed lazy as hell and playing the new whatever games that come out without having to turn on my freaking TV. That's awesome. It's got a touchscreen. They showed off a Zelda game. I'm not too sure what it is. It just looked high def. He was like fighting an arachnid or something like that. But that looked really cool. It looked really nice. It's an HD console now, so they're definitely stepping their game up in that regard. Finally embracing the hard fucking core. Thank God, Nintendo. And then probably my most favorite announcement out of any of these, new Super Smash Bros. On 3DS and the Wii U. And there will be some sort of connectivity between the two games, but they didn't show off a trailer, they just announced it. I'm sure they're readily at work, but I'm a beast at fucking Smash. Those are, you know, in terms of like my top 5 games I'm the best at, definitely Smash is up there. If not my top, but I'm a fucking Smash master, and you know, when Super Smash Bros. Brawl was coming out, I was on that website every day looking for that new character reveal or something new, and I was just, it's going to be that all over again. And on 3DS, 2 systems, finally a handheld Smash. There is a God. There is a God. But they showed off like a little graphical tech demo. Looked very nice. You can obviously tell this is a powerful piece of hardware. You know, not in terms of like, it's not like a, you know, a PS4 or anything like that. But it's not a Wii either. This is going to be high definition gaming for damn sure. And then they talked about a new Super Mario Bros. Mii, it's called, where your Miis can play alongside Mario now. These were like tech demo-ish games, but I'm sure there'll be a new Super Mario Brothers coming out, and you'll be able to play that. That was the game they showed off where you could take it off the TV and play it on the tablet. And then the most important thing of all, of course, is the lineup of games. You know, is it going to be hardcore? Are we going back to the kiddie Krusty the Clown days? No, we are going hardcore. Let me read you these games. Darksiders 2, I mean. Tekken, a new Tekken. You sold me right there. But it gets better. Batman Arkham City. Assassin's Creed. Ghost Recon Online. Some driving game called Dirt. I don't really care about that. Aliens Colonial Marines. The new Metro 2033 game, Metro Last Light. And Ninja Gaiden fucking 3. Did you just hear that? Did you just hear Ninja Gaiden 3? Did you ever think you would hear the day where Nintendo has Ninja Gaiden? No. I didn't expect this. So, obviously, third-party support is full force for Nintendo for both the 3DS and the Wii U. They showed off, you know, mostly about the tablet. You can do, like, a whole bunch of different things with it. You can, like, if you're, like, watching a video on YouTube, you can, like, slide it forward towards the TV, and it'll put the video on the TV, obviously. I'm fucking stuttering for words. But they just went all out. And I hate to really sound like a fanboy, but they didn't really need to do that much to kill E3. Just like last year, they didn't really need to do that much. Nintendo was just, it was just kind of like, you know, they could have just announced a new Smash. And, you know, I would have been a little disappointed, but at least it's something new and something that I can kind of, like, look forward to. Whereas with Microsoft and Sony, don't really have anything worth looking forward to. And they just absolutely took that ball and smashed it. Barry Bonds, Mark McGuire, steroids, up the ass, home run, hit it out of the ballpark. And I was just like, damn, I didn't know they were going to do this. But they didn't really announce too much on the new console. They just showed it off, showed what it can do. Like, one of the really cool things I thought is like they showed like a Wii Sports style game, and like to aim the pitch, let's say this is a tablet controller in my hand, you like move it around the screen and the catcher's hand like follows, and then you can aim the pitch that way. And then let's say the guy hits it and it's a fly ball. Now you can aim it up at the sky or like in front of you to like catch the pitch, and you kind of got to aim it where the ball's going to land and catch it that way. And there's a whole bunch of other things you can do with that, because you can have games where, like, let's say it's like a 2-on-1, like they're trying to take you down, but you have to take them down. You could be playing, the one guy could be playing on the tablet and the other two could be playing on the screen. So it allows for that sort of interconnectivity with the console on the television, and the person, he could be sitting on the other couch, doing his own thing. You have no idea what he's doing. And with even games like Madden and other sports game where you have to pick plays, no more picking the crusty plays on the screen. You can do that shit right on the tablet and maybe like flick it forward. And I was just, Nintendo, one final golf clap. That's why I got my Nintendo shirt on today. I'm hyped. I'm really hyped for what Nintendo has to offer. And that's what all E3 is all about. Nintendo understands what E3 is about. It's not about showing off what tech demo type games you have or that sort of stuff. It's about wowing people and surprising people. People come from all over the world, all sorts of game journalists and people involved with games. They come all over the world to see the latest and greatest things you have to offer. And Nintendo did that. Nintendo showed, alright, this is the best we've got. I'm sure they have other secrets. They're Nintendo. Of course they always have secrets. But, you show off the absolute best thing you have in production right now. And they did. What did Sony do? Put me to sleep for 2 hours and showed me one new title. What did Microsoft do? Talked about games that weren't exclusives and just showed off a new Halo like we didn't expect that to come eventually. They showed off Luigi's Mansion 2. I never thought we'd see another Luigi's Mansion ever. But they finally listened. I mean, of course things could have been better, like if they announced like an Earthbound trilogy, Earthbound/Mother trilogy for 3DS or Wii U. I'm sure that'll come eventually in the system's lifespan. Just think about how early we are in the 3DS's lifespan. It's only less than a year old as we speak. And the Wii U hasn't even come yet, and already I'm hyped for it. I put money down. I wasn't going to buy a new system next generation just based on the fact that I have a lot of games as it is. I should probably try to beat a majority of those games before, I plop $500 down on a new console or some absurd price like that. But I definitely think I'll be getting that new Nintendo system. I hate to say it, but I feel like you can get all of your fix there. Online gaming is going to be solid once again. So Nintendo, you killed E3. But anyways, guys, I'm going to make like an E3, like, third party, talk about some of the cool third-party games that I have. Because, like, there's a whole bunch of shit. I could have talked about Ubisoft's and EA's conferences yesterday, but I didn't really enjoy everything they had to offer. So I figured I'll just kind of round up everything that I'm really looking forward to in terms of third-party and show it to you that way. Save you guys all the time of watching these videos. But thanks for sticking with me through the big three conferences. Nintendo kills it. In terms of a grade, A or B+, I think. Why wouldn't they get an A, That would be absurd not to give them an A. They showed off a new piece of hardware, so, everyone's hyped, everyone's wondering what the hell. Nintendo is always shrouded in mystery, so we will see what the next coming months hold. But anyways, Team Rival Live, out.